Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Steph G and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a top virgin hair vendor that I used when I first started my hair company back in 2020. I'm going to give you guys all the scoop on this hair vendor as well as my personal rep's contact information. For those of you who are trying to start a hair company or have started a hair company and you haven't been able to find a good virgin hair vendor, then you definitely want to go ahead and keep on watching. And then at the very end, I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to show you guys the textures that I purchased when I first started the hair company, and just kind of get into it, talk to you guys about what the texture looks like, how it's going to look when you receive it, what it does when you wash it, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the name of the company is called Ideal Hair Arts, and this company is based out in China. They've been around for 17 plus years. So they've been around for a very, 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 very long time. They do provide 100% virgin human hair. Now, if you guys are not familiar with virgin hair, it is processed hair. They use chemicals to be able to obtain a certain curl pattern, a wave pattern, so you get that body wave, you get the deep wave, you get the loose wave, and so on. Now they do have a variety of textures. A variety of lengths and a variety of wigs and tape-ins, closures, and frontals. So there's a lot to choose from. So whatever you decide to use or sell. Now this is a wholesale vendor, so they do charge wholesale prices. I believe there is, there's no minimum. You can purchase single bundles if you're going to test them out or whatnot, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. But once you start, you will have to pay full price for, single bundles. Once you start getting into like the wholesale, you'll be able to pay for wholesale prices, which obviously is a lot cheaper. What they carry is wigs, tape-ins, closures, frontals. They carry all sizes in frontals and closures. 2x6, 5x5s, 4x4s, 13x6. So they have a good variety. Lengths are lengths from, I believe, 10 inches all the way to 32, if not 34 inches. But they do have a very, very, very large selection when it comes to lengths. Now, this company does have a grade scale when it comes to their hair. A lot of people will tell you that this is a marketing tactic. Now, is it? I'm not too sure, but this is just how the company operates and what they kind of categorize the type of hair that they have. So you probably have heard of grade A, grade 10A hair or grade 12A hair. For this company, grade 10A hair is regular quality. And then when you get to 12A hair, that's more like top quality hair. So it's younger donor hair. You're able to dye it up to 613. You can put heat to it. When you're talking about the 10A hair, there's some restrictions when it comes to that. So you're not going to be able to put too much heat on it. You may damage it. You may not be able to color it all the way to 613 without damaging the hair. So that is how they categorize it, so that they know the difference, and also the pricing in those grades of hair is different as well. So 10A hair is a lot cheaper than the 12A hair, if that makes sense, right? All right, so moving on. As far as payment options, when you are working with this company, they do take PayPal and bank wire transfer. I've only used PayPal with them. No, matter of fact, I've used both. I've used bank transfer at one time, and then I've used PayPal. Keep in mind that using both of these options, you are going to have a service fee. PayPal charges a service fee, so does the bank transfer charge a service fee. So this is something that you want to keep in mind when you are pricing your bundles. A lot of people forget about the extra expenses that you have, whether it's customs, whether it's a PayPal fee, a wire transfer fee, a Western Union fee, MoneyGram fee. A lot of vendors work with these type of companies to be able to, make the payment, but there is a fee, and sometimes the fee is depending on the amount that you're buying. So if you're buying a large amount, that fee can go up to $200-300, even more. Right? So keep in mind when you're pricing your bundles, you want to think about these extra expenses that you have to pay to get the hair to you. And so that's what you want to implement. And I might make another video kind of just explaining how that works and how to implement that extra expense into your pricing, so that way you're not losing out on your profit. All right, so next is shipping. They use FedEx, which when I tell you shipping is absolutely amazing with this company, top tier. I purchased hair on a Monday and I received it that Friday. That's how fast shipping works. That's how fast they process the hair. Now, I worked with this company a few years ago, so I don't know how it is now. I mean, I don't think it's much of a difference now. I think they still provide great shipping, but the shipping is top tier. So this would be great for people who are trying to start a drop shipping company, not a drop shipping company, a pre-order system. So if you are trying to pre-order or you want to start a pre-order for your hair company, this would be a great company to start with because you're able to get your hair super fast. You can go ahead and submit the pre-orders for your customers, be able to submit the order to the vendor, and then receive it within a week, maybe, or even less than 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that way you're able to get the hair to your customers. You're not waiting. There are times where there are other vendors who there is a 2-week hold that you have to wait for them to actually produce the hair, process it, and then ship it to you. But with them, things are already ready, packaged, and ready to be shipped out. So I think that's a great thing. Shipping, like I said, is amazing. All right, y'all, so moving on to the good part. I'm gonna show you guys the textures that I purchased when I first started. I am missing one, which is the loose wave, because it was my most popular texture and I didn't have any more, so I'm not able to show you, dropping everything, show you that one. But it is similar to the body wave, so I kind of explain it to you and hopefully you'll get the gist of it. But let's start with body wave. So this is how you would receive the bundle when it comes from the vendor. It does come in this plastic little bag here, little Ziploc bag. Now, you don't have to use this when you're shipping out to your customer. You can buy your own packaging, remove it, and, you know, do your thing. But if you are just first starting out and you don't want to spend all that money before you actually even make a profit, then this will do just fine. This is what I started with when I started my hair company. I didn't do any fancy stuff because I was just starting out. So I just kept it simple until I made some money, and then I went and bought boxes and satin bags and all that other stuff. But yeah, once you remove it out the bag, this is what you'll see. This is just their barcode that they use. Now this is considered the blue band hair, which is their top quality hair. It is a little bit more expensive than the 10A hair, but as you can tell, it's super beautiful. Quality is amazing. It comes with this little wrap that says 100% Peruvian hair. Now let's talk about the names that a lot of these vendors use, like Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair, Malaysian hair. I don't know, it's probably many more. Now that is for marketing purposes. Obviously, a lot of this hair is not sourced from any of those countries. It is sourced from China or India. But they use the names to give it, you know, a collection, or I don't know, like I said, marketing purposes. Now, they will give you the option to they will ask you what tag you want to use on here. Now, you can keep the tag or you can remove the tag and create your own tags and then put them on here. But they're going to ask you if you want a Peruvian or a Brazilian or Malaysian tag, and they'll add it on there for you. I chose the Peruvian tag. Fun fact, I am half Peruvian, so I'm familiar with what Peruvian texture looks like. My mom is Peruvian, so it kind of gave me my mom's hair. I don't know, it just, the way it feels, the quality and things like that, the texture kind of reminded me of Peruvian hair, so I wanted to name my collection the Peruvian collection, and that's exactly what I did. So they gave me that tag, but I didn't keep these. I actually made my own with the logo, with my company's logo on there. And what company did I use? I forgot what company I used to make these tags, but when I remember, I'll put it down in the description box. But you can also get tags created by the vendor. The vendor can make tags for you. Now, obviously, you are going to have to pay for them. It's an additional expense, but I don't know. It's something very cheap. Like, I think it's like 500 of these for maybe $30. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it's nothing crazy. And you get a ton of these. So you can send them your logo. They'll create you a mock-up, show you what it looks like, and yeah, they'll get you started. They also can create these hang tags that you guys see a lot on hair bundles, which gives you like the area where you can put the length, the texture, I don't know what else is in here, the color, and then they'll add your logo if you want to add your logo. They can do your color scheme, all that good stuff. And then on the back, they'll also add a hair care instruction part section here. Now this is generic, this is theirs, but if you have your own, you can always send it over to them. They can go ahead and add that to the back of your card. Now they will send you a couple of samples. This was a sample that they sent me. Once again, I didn't use these. I created my own on Canva. I use like the business card format, and I just created my own, and then I took it to, was it Vistaprint? I think I took it to Vistaprint and created hang tags. I first started with business cards, and then I just kind of punched my own hole with a little, you know, thing. But then I used another company, and I don't remember, but I'll put it down below in the description box as well. They actually create the tag with the hole and everything together, so you don't have to worry about punching a hole, because it did get a little like tedious, and I didn't have time to be punching holes all day long to add to the bundles. But as you can see, this quality is amazing. Look at that. Very thick from top to bottom. The weft is very well constructed, nice and neat. Now a lot of you guys always ask like, why does this why is there like little pieces of hair sticking here? This is because when they sew the hair on the track, they fold it over so that they're able to sew the hair on the track. So this is just the little extra that they fold over, so that's why it looks like that. But you can see, really nice and neat, really pretty hair, bouncy. When you wash it, it does loosen up a little bit, but nothing that you can put heat to it, curling iron, flat iron, all that to obtain, you know, the body wave. So yeah. All right, moving on to deep curly. This is what deep curly looks like. Super bouncy. Once you wash it and condition it, the curls are gonna loosen up. But when I say it's beautiful, it's freaking amazing. So yeah, see the bounce on the curls. And then once you add products, you can obtain it, you know, more of a curl to it and get it curly and bouncy and things like that. Here's the weft. See what that looks like. Really nice and neat. This is a 24-inch, so it's very long. I don't know if you guys can kind of see how long it is, but yeah, when you stretch it. So that's what that looks like. And it's super thick. It's a lot of hair. So yeah. And then we got the straight bundle. And this, I believe, is a 20-inch. No, maybe 22-inch. That's what that looks like. And yeah, super thick, really good, nice and shiny. So that's that. And then you can see that it has the blue band on there. That's why it's called the blue band hair. Well, that's how they tell the difference with the band. And so yeah, that's it, guys. That is the 3 bundles. Like I mentioned before, they also have a loose wavy bundle, and that bundle looks similar to this. It's just a little bit more tighter on the I wouldn't say curls, but more of a tighter wave. So it is not as loose as this one, but it looks pretty much the same. But yeah, my suggestion when first starting out, now I started with 4 textures, and I wish I would have only started with 2. So if you're first starting out, I suggest starting with 2 textures, maybe doing like a curly and a wavy, and just start with those. Hair is expensive, and when you're first starting out, you don't want to overdo it and get overwhelmed with trying to market all 4 textures, because it could be a lot. Trying to sell all 4 textures and then trying to purchase, you know, all 4 textures can get expensive. If someone's only buying 1 texture and not the other, you got hair sitting there, and no, you know, it's just you're I wouldn't say wasting money, but your money's just sitting there. You're not really getting it through because, you know, you're either more focused on one texture, or people are just at that time or season are only thinking about buying deep curly or only thinking about body waves. So I would say try, if you even want to start with one, you can start with one. I've seen companies that only start with one texture. They'll either start with just straight, or they'll start with just deep curly or kinky curly, and all that, you know. So you don't have to start with all four. You can start with loose wave and test it out, see how it does, and really promote that one texture. That's probably what makes it so much better, is that when you only have one or two textures, you're able to just focus and promote it heavily, and you don't have to try to get different models to model every texture. You know, everything just starts to get real costly when you're first starting out. So test it out, see which one does really good, and then add on a texture as you go. But yeah, that's it, guys. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Like I said before, I'm going to put all the information down below in the description box. You guys will get my direct contact information for the rep that I use. Her name is Mandy. She is amazing. Response time, customer service, shipping. She is that girl, when I tell you. And if you do reach out, let her know that Stephanie sent you. This video is not sponsored. I just want to show her my appreciation for being such a helpful person when I first started my hair company, because it was rough. It was definitely rough starting out, but she made it really easy, and I really, really am thankful for that. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the crew. See you guys later. Bye.